Good Monday morning, looking outside with our Gwaltney Group camera from CC Heights, watching the beautiful imagery unfold this morning. Beautiful blue skies, just a couple of thin clouds, a beautiful start to the day. Temperature started briefly in the teens and 20s, and here as we are just about 8 o'clock on this Monday morning, things looking pretty positive today. Just a few thin clouds overhead. We're going to have at least some sunshine today, and temperatures, again, very mild for this time of the year. We're on our way to the mid-30s, which is a few degrees above the seasonal average. Here is a look outside along Lake City with our Gwaltney Group camera there. I'm meteorologist Ted Schmidt. Today, a beautiful looking day with some sun. The prospect of above freezing temperatures today. This is probably the last time we'll be above freezing, though, until maybe this weekend. We do have some pretty cold air on its way. We also have a storm system, the one we've been talking about for days now, that will impact our Tuesday. But at this point, Rochester, even Lake City, areas like that will be snow-free. We're looking at most of that staying south of us and looking at very minor coatings of landscape accumulation for just a handful of spots. Not a major system for us. So we are looking at, for the most part, a pretty dry week ahead of us. But right now, looking at the blue sky here at the studio in Rochester, this is our Gwaltney Group camera from the studio. 23 degrees in Rochester. We've been as cold as 19, which, again, for this time of the year is not really that cold. The average low is 16, so we were a couple degrees above the average. And again, this afternoon, we were going to be about 3 or 4 degrees above the seasonal average, so just above freezing. 31, incidentally, is that average high for this time of the year. Austin, 25. It's 25 also in Decorah. Winds only 9 miles per hour. Kind of a blessing this time of the year when you have any type of situation where the wind is light and not adding any more to the misery index or that wind chill index. You're doing okay. Air pressure is steady, 30.00 inches of mercury, with temperatures in the 20s in most spots, and it feels like temperature in the teens to around 20, that lighter breeze. 13 in Rochester, the wind chill, 17 at Austin, 23 in Rushford. Forecast the rest of today, sunshine and clouds slowly thicken. We'll have filtered sun for a time this afternoon, and then pretty gray conditions by the time we get to tonight, but increasing cloud cover. Still a pretty decent temperature outlook for this time of the year. 35 is about 4 degrees above the seasonal average. Satellite radar, not too many clouds. A couple of spots in North Iowa have some thin clouds, but watch it. One storm system to the south of us, generating some rain in parts of Missouri, Kansas, also southern parts of Illinois. Another one coming in from the northwest. That one is going to follow a similar path. It's going to move to our south, and that will bring snow chances to much of the region. Not necessarily for us, though, because we look at that winter storm watch. Parts of Iowa, the Quad Cities, right on the Mississippi River there, and Chicago, the possibility of 4 to 6 inches of snowfall from the system. That's tomorrow, winter storm watch. We are not in the weather headlines, as we are looking at, instead of very light coating of snow in parts of the area, but the majority of the area missing out of this altogether. So pleasant Monday, then we're looking at a little snow to the south part of the area Tuesday, followed by really cold air. We'll notice that Wednesday, and especially just beyond that, wind chills will be below zero. You have a couple mornings below or close to zero anyway, but to wrap up the work week. But today, look for temperatures on the way to the 30s. It's 23 already in Rochester City, 30. St. Cloud, 17. Again, temperatures around 3 or 4 o'clock above freezing for a time, and then we'll ease back into the 20s for the evening and tonight. Here's that storm system. The first goes through Illinois today, generating mostly rain, but the next one we're watching now, pulling in some colder air, and it's going to be mainly a snow producer. Watch that as it kind of skirts our area altogether, bypasses our local area. We'll have perhaps a chance of very light snow south of the area, but this particular computer model keeps everything completely out of the area. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out at this point. At most, less than an inch of snowfall for parts of far southeast Minnesota, North Iowa, and southwest Wisconsin. Just outside our area, you see areas around Madison in the far southeast corner of the map, maybe a couple of inches, and then Chicago beyond that, up to 4 inches. But today, look for partly sunny skies, clouds thickening this afternoon. 35 the high in Rochester, Austin 38, 39 in Decorah, with those northeast winds around 10 miles per hour. Tonight, dropping back to the 20s overnight, a brisk northeast breeze around 15 miles per hour. And then tomorrow, windy and colder, 32 the high, but the wind's 30 miles per hour. It's going to feel like the teens and low 20s. Less than an inch of snowfall in North Iowa in the afternoon and evening. 7-day forecast, temperatures for a big part of the week below normal, but by the end of the weekend, that is, and early next week, we'll see a decent recovery back to more of the familiar 30s that we have grown to really enjoy. We had the 30s and 40s over the weekend, and we'll do something similar next week as we move into March. But there's that one snow chance, that's it. We move into the weekend dry and a little milder there. Otherwise, looking at 20s and 30s the majority of the week, a couple of really cold days ahead toward the end of this week. But in the meantime, enjoy that beautiful Monday sunshine. It's the warmest we're going to be until maybe the end of the weekend or early next week. So this is it for a while for those above freezing temperatures. Have a great Monday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.